quit complaining about a weapon that's been in the game since day one and man up.
LMFAO, it's so funny how you want a laser and Hydra to get nerfed. It's not hard to fight them on foot. I use explosive sniper and they're on the ground. Quit y'all's complaining. Literally all I'm hearing in this video is you complaining. If you don't like the Hydra and laser, then don't use them. That simple. Quit bitching. You need a nerf. You and Eagle never shut the fuck up about GTA. If you don't like it, get off and play something else. Rockstar doesn't give a shit about you, and I will see you on the battlefield. It's so easy to take out the Hydra on ground. It takes skill, something you don't have. I've fought you before. Hold my L's.
I just can't do it. I can't take this shit no more, man.
Okay, boys and girls, we have received even more information about the San Andreas Mercenaries DLC with even more quality of life changes and balancing decisions. Because just as the great Smash Mouth once said, they don't stop coming. So, vehicle updates. We'll have the ability to claim all destroyed vehicles at once when filing a Mors Mutual insurance claim, which we knew about already. Mors Mutual will no longer charge for recovering personal vehicles destroyed during contact missions, which is good, although I don't think too many people play contact missions nowadays, I can imagine. But maybe for the newer players who don't have a lot of money, this is good, because then they don't have to pay for insurance fees. Because let's face it, a supercar's insurance cost is probably about as much as you get paid for one contact mission. We'll have custom description tags for garages to help quickly locate our favorite rides when calling the mechanic. Again, we already knew about this, but also a very good change. The ability to select individual floors when requesting vehicles from the Eclipse Boulevard garage. Yeah, I thought it was weird how the Eclipse Boulevard garage wasn't separated like the other properties are. So if you had 50 cars in that garage, it would just be one list of 50 cars. So now it's separated into the actual separate floors so you can organize it better. Pressing D-pad right will engage stealth mode on the new F-160 Raiju plane. Vertical takeoff and landing, VTOL will move to L3/LS. Holding L3/LS when flying all VTOL aircraft will switch it into and out of VTOL mode. This right here is huge. First of all, we learned the name of the new jet, the F-160 Raiju. And fun fact, Raiju is a reference to the god of lightning, which is the name of the jet that it's based off of in real life, which is cool. It's also confirmed to have a Kula-like stealth mode with the press of right on the D-pad. But the VTOL changing to holding the left stick click, I'm wondering how this is going to affect the other aircraft because there's a bunch of VTOL aircraft that have countermeasures, but they don't work for the pilot since the same button for VTOL was for the countermeasures also. So if you press right on the D-pad, it would just activate VTOL instead of the countermeasures. So things like the Avenger, the Tula, all those aircraft, it'll be nice if the pilot can finally use countermeasures with them. The option to re-request an active MOC, Avenger, or Terabyte delivered closer to your location in the interaction menu. That's a good change. Not too much to say about that one. Just save some time. Additional filters for race types when browsing the jobs menu. Alright. The Eudora and Albany Classic Broadway will be eligible for taxi work when using taxi liveries. We knew that. Lesser used vehicles will be removed from in-game websites to streamline the browsing experience. These vehicles will be made available via event showrooms, the Lucky Wheel, and other places. I don't know about this one. I guess it depends on how many vehicles we're talking about them getting rid of. But I feel like there are other ways to make finding cars easier, like having a search function, for example. This just adds into the FOMO each week, and I'm just not a fan of how that sounds. But I suppose if it's just vehicles that you can find on the street, it wouldn't be too big of a deal because you could just find them on the street to get them that way. Now moving on to gameplay updates, there's going to be a new register as a boss option in the interaction menu, merging SecuroServe and Motorcycle Club. I'm confused on how this is going to work. Does this mean you'll be able to be a CEO and MC president at the same time, allowing access to perks from both? Or is it just the UI thing where if you press register as boss and then you choose CEO or MC? Because if it's perks from both combined, that's going to make things even worse for the people who can't register because of the stupid limit in place. If the person registered as a boss is going to have access to Ghost Organization, BST, and calling in their bikes next to them, and you're fighting that person when you can't register yourself because of the limit, that's going to be stupid. So I kind of hope this is just a change for the UI. A buy all option when purchasing body armor at ammunition. Rank requirements for body armor also being removed. This is good. I don't use body armor a whole lot because it sucks. 1 to 2 shots and it's gone, so I feel like it's kind of a waste. Snacks are top tier though. Body armor will be restocked after quick restarting a mission, matching the same body armor levels as first entering the lobby. They implemented this exact change to snacks a few updates ago, which was very good, and it's good that armor is following suit to that now. So if you fail the Doomsday Heist after wasting all your snacks, or in this case armor, if you have to restart from the beginning, you'll have all your snacks and armor again. When equipping body armor via the weapon wheel, the type of armor used will be relative to how much damage the player has taken. Okay, so let's say you have 75% armor left. Instead of using a whole super heavy body armor, it's going to use one of the shittier armors that gives you less armor overall to repair that small percentage. When parachuting or in freefall, players will no longer receive phone calls from Tom Connors or English Dave, and this gets rid of a very bad timing that can happen where you're about to pull your parachute and your old friend Indeed calls you, and you have to press A to answer the phone over pulling the parachute, so you splat. Madrazo dispatch services no longer requires multiple players and can be taken on solo, and I'm actually surprised these weren't already soloable. Alternative sprint control is going to be added in this update. We knew about this already. Players will be able to select a name for their acid product in the interaction menu to receive a 5% sell bonus. The reason I'm laughing about this is because I'm just thinking about the funny and vile names for acid that people are going to have. Like, imagine in the corner of your screen, you just see so-and-so was delivering McDonald's. Stop them immediately. Obviously, you can imagine the much worse names people can come up with. And you even get a 5% buff on the sale for doing this, which is very neat. And the last one in this section, rank requirements for daily objectives will be removed to allow more players to participate. How many of you guys actually do daily objectives? Let me know in the comments, because I know I for sure don't. I stopped doing them a while ago. And now on to the main event here, balancing updates. Payouts on many collectibles and events, such as buried stashes and treasure chests, will be increased. We're also correcting payouts for Gerald's Last Play and a Super Yacht Life missions upwards by 25%. That's good, although I think payouts on all free mode events should be buffed personally, but maybe that's what they are insinuating here. Rebalancing weapons on the P996 Lazer and Mammoth Hydra for free mode only. Oh man, if you happen to know any thermal laser sweats, you might want to call them up right now and make sure they're doing alright after hearing this news. You know, make sure that toaster is far away from the bathtub, if you know what I'm saying. I mean, can we get some F's in the comments for all the laser clowns right now, with the F standing for fuck 'em? I mean, seriously, 9 years later, we might finally have these cannons be balanced. I'll be testing them, of course, when it comes out and finding out exactly what's changed about them and how effective the nerf is, but this is good news. And arguably even better news than that, the orbital cannon can no longer be instantly reset or refunded to prevent players from being repeatedly targeted. Yes, yes, Rockstar. This is good, although it's not going to be the perfect nerf, I don't think, because you might stop one clown from spamming it, but if you're like me, I got the entire circus on me. Just multiple people firing back to back with the orb, so getting rid of automatic targeting or having the cooldown on the victim side would have been better. However, this is still good. Even if you miss, you won't get refunded your shot, which is how it should be. Another interesting thing here is the career progress. Track your criminal activities with career progress, a new feature that displays your progression as you rise through the criminal ranks and establish your empire. This will be accessible on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S from the GTA Line main menu or the pause menu, making it easier for both fresh-faced and veteran players to see all their accomplishments at a glance. So I think this is going to be some sort of stat tracker type thing only on next gen. I, for one, would love to know how many casino heists I've done over the years. I wish they had that as a stat track. And to wrap it up, they go over some creator mode enhancements with dozens of new props in all creators, including giant license plate walls, E-Cola cans, destructible fences, underwater mines, and more. The snow weather option for deathmatches, races, and survivals, plus Halloween-themed editions arriving later this year. Ooh, that sounds fun. An option to toggle musical score on and off, an option to distinguish teams by assigning outfits. Deathmatches will now have options for dynamic teams. Players can change teams when respawning, and health drain, where players will lose health over time. I'm assuming these are just going to be modifiers to join the other modifiers that deathmatches have, or can have. Plus new radar blip options, the ability to lock time of day and weather options in the lobby, options to choose respawn time for item and weapon pickups, and much more. Increased number of enemy spawn points and survivals, fixture removal will be available in the King of the Hill creator, and the prop limit on PC will be increased to 300. So every update, the creator seems to expand, which is nice because even though it's much better than it was years ago, there are still things that I would like to see, like being able to set players to respawn in customized vehicles rather than just the stock form of them. But overall, the map creators are going to like these improvements, especially the weather one. Being able to make maps in the snow and stuff, that'll be fun. But yeah, those are all the changes, or they say some of the changes, so there could be even more coming. Lots of good stuff in there. Nerfing of the laser and hydra cannons and the orbital cannon, that's going to be amazing. Long overdue, but we are getting them. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments down below, and if you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, feel free to leave a like, as well as subscribe to my channel for more GTA Online content. You're definitely not going to want to miss the videos I'm going to be making about this DLC. I also want to give a huge shout out to all my channel members for your support. If you'd like to become a member for some exclusive perks, you can either use the join button, or the link that's down in the description. And as always, thanks for watching, and have a great day.